Yeah, good morning, students. Today I am going to discuss about extrema, a function of several variables. Simply, we call it as extremum. So, in this extremum area, we are going to discuss about how we are going to find extremum values, which means maximum, minimum values, or we can also call it as maxima, minima, and we can also find saddle points. Just we'll see how we are going to be find. Right. So if you see the basic definitions of this, extremum. Extremum is a function which have a maximum or a minimum or both is called extremum. So a function which consists of maximum or minimum or maybe both is called extremum. Extreme value is either it may be maximum value or minimum value or both of a function. Simply it will be called as extreme value. And in this area we can also going to be find stationary points. Based on the stationary points we can estimate whether the point is maximum or minimum. So see, just the definition of a stationary point is, to get a stationary point, just we find the derivative of that respective function. If it is a single variable function, it may be the function, is a single variable, like y is equal to f of x. So f of x, it is a single variable function, some function. So this function just simply we differentiate with respect to x equal to 0. Just solve this equation, we can get a stationary point. If it is a two variable function, if it may be f of x comma y is equal to 0, so therefore this function we can differentiate with respect to two variables are appear in this function. So therefore we differentiate with respect to x and equate to 0. So this function same with respect to y can differentiate equal to 0. So this fx means this function we are differentiating partially with respect to x. So we are differentiating with respect to x means y treat as a constant. That's what I'm calling as partial differentiation. So fy means that function we are differentiating with respect to y. So therefore x treat as a constant. So equal to 0. So solve these two equations, we are going to be get stationary points. So stationary points. So that pairs are called stationary. The pairs are called stationary. So if just see the introduction, what is maximum, what is minimum of a function. If y is equal to f of x, be a continuous function. So continuous is not, is just that function doesn't have any breaks or any cuttings. Simply then the function is said to be a continuous function. At a point x is equal to x1, then the function, if the function f of x does not increase and begins to decrease, then the function f of x has its maximum value at that particular point x is equal to x1. Look at just a function f of x does not increase. It is not increasing, just it is decreasing. So therefore, from a point, if the function is decreasing, from a point, a particular point, the function is decreasing. So there is no increasing. So therefore, what I can call this point, we can call it as a maximum. That's what I've given the definition like. Similarly, if a point, some other point, x is equal to x2, if f of x does not decrease. So from a point, so you consider something, this point is x2. So from this point to, the function is not decreasing, begins to increase. So from this point, it is increasing only. It is increasing only. So therefore, this point, we say that it is minimum. From a point, a function is decreasing, we say that it is a maximum value. From a point, the function is increasing, so therefore it is called a minimum point. So like this, just we identify minimum and maximum values. So here I've, for the understanding, I've given a small graph. So some function is going something like this. So I've identified the 3 points A, B, C, just have considered. For x less than a, the function is decreasing. Okay, so it is decrease. X less than a, the function is decreasing. At x is equal to a, then it is called local minimum at that particular stationary point. It is only minimum. So beyond that, it is there is no other point. So that's what this we call it as local minimum. So I'll give one more picture about this local minimum. So it is one of the minimum at this point, at that particular stationary point. Between A to B, look at this, between A to B, then the function is increasing. From A, just look at this notation, A less than X less than B. So therefore this function is increasing. At that particular point, X is equal to B, look at that, there is no this pink color graph. So that's what this point I'm calling as stationary point of inflection. So at this point, the function is not defining anything. So therefore, these kind of point, we call it as point of inflection. So I'm taking a continuing of this graph from B to C. So B to C, obviously the function graph, it is increasing according to this graph. So therefore, the function is increasing. Now at this point, x is equal to C. Just now I've discussed. From a point, if the function is decreasing, there is no increasing. So therefore, from here, if the function is decreasing, then this point we call it as local maximum. So like this, just we see, just we find using of mathematical technique how we are going to be find maximum and minimum for a function of a single variable function. So if you see the procedure to find the maxima and minima of f of x, we use the following procedure. So just we find the derivative of that respective function, single variable function, f of x is equal to 0. So that respective function, just you differentiate with respect to x and equate to 0. So after equating to 0, just solve this equation. So if you solve this equation, obviously we are going to be get some roots. So based on the degree of that equation, we are going to be get root. If it is second order equation, we are going to be get 2 roots. If it is order 3, we'll get 3 roots. Like that, solving the Fibon equation, we get that respective roots. After finding the roots, immediately just we find the second order differentiation of the function. So based on the second order derivative of the function, just we decide it. If f double dash of x is greater than 0, after finding the second order derivative, just we are going to be substitute a particular point. So what the point we have got here, so that many points, just we check it. So I'm checking x is equal to x naught after finding the second order derivative. If it is greater than 0, then we say that the function is minimum at that particular point. If f double dash of x is less than 0, it may be it's less than 0, then the function is maximum. If we have two roots, just we substitute two roots in that particular second order derivative function. If it has three roots, then all three, just we substitute and check it at that particular point, is that function is minimum or maximum. Similarly, we do the same procedure for other stationary roots also. Now, just for understanding oriented, I have taken one image. Second order, the second order demonstrate whether a point with 0 first derivative is a maximum or a minimum, or it may be inflection point. So first, to get the stationary point, we differentiate that dependent variable with respect to independent variable equal to 0, we'll get that respective stationary points. So after finding the first order, immediately we find the second order derivative. If it is less than 0, look at here, less than 0, so therefore it is, that point is maximum. So from that point onwards, it is decreasing. From that point onwards, it is decreasing. That's what this point I can call it as maximum point. So from maximum, the second order derivative is negative. So therefore, it is called, this point is called maximum. Similarly, just after finding the stationary point, we find second order derivative. At that particular point, if the second order derivative greater than 0, then we say that it is minimum. Look at here. So the graph is going something like, at this point we have got in stationary point. So from here onwards, it is increasing. So if you find the second order derivative, obviously it will be increasing. It will be positive point we are going to get. So therefore, this point I can call it as minimum. Similarly, point of inflection, you call it as, after finding the second order derivative, just will get 0. Then we say that it is called point inflection point. Just we call it as inflection point. So for the more understanding oriented, I have given two more graphs. What is local minimum? What is local maximum? What is global minimum? What is global maximum? So four terms we need to be understand very thoroughly. Look at, two terms are local, two terms are global. So simply, local minimum, for a function it may have more than one local minimum and local maximum. For any function, it consists of, it may have more than one local minimum and one local maximum, but strictly it consists of only one global minimum and one global maximum. Just look at this graph, it is going something like, so this is all are, these are, we call it as minimum values, these two we call it as maximum values. So out of all these three, which is the more lowest value, that value we call it as global minimum. For this complete function, if it is only this point, if it is lowest throughout this complete function, then this point is called global minimum. If you substitute this value in the function, we are going to get complete minimum value of that function. So whereas this is also one of the minimum, one of the minimum. So these two we call it as local minimum. So these three are maximum points. But out of these three, which is the highest value? This will be the highest value. So therefore, the throughout this function, which is the most highest value, then that value we call it as global maximum. So remaining maximum values we call it as local maximum. So here for understanding on it, I have given one more graph. So it is like going on moving. So in this, so out of this complete throughout function, this is only the highest point value, 10 value. So therefore, this value is called global maximum. So this is also maximum, this is also maximum, this is also maximum. These all are maximums only. But these maximums we can call it as local maximum. So this highest value we call it as global maximum. So look at these minimum values. These are also minimum values. But out of these, the lowest value we call it as global minimum. So remaining all we call it as local minima. So like this, for a function, it may have more than one minima, one maxima. So if you see the problem oriented, how we are going to be solve maximum or minimum of a function. So just I have taken one example to solving of maximum or minimum of a function for single variable, right? So find the maximum and minimum of the function f of x is equal to x cube, sorry, x power 5 minus 3x power 4 plus 5. So it is a single variable function, Here the variable x. So given function is x power 5 minus 3x power 4 plus 5. So what is the first step? Just we find the differentiation of this function. So what is the differentiation of this function? X power 5 derivative is 5x4 and x power 4 derivative is 3x cube. So 3 into 4, 12. So minus 12x cube. 5 is a constant. Derivative of 5 is 0. So after finding the derivative, for finding of maxima and minima, just we equate to 0. Simply solve that particular equation. So 5x power 4 minus 12x cube is equal to 0. So solve this equation. So 1 point, just x cube we can take common, just remaining 5x minus 12 is equal to 0. So therefore x is equal to 12 by 5. So 0 is 1 point, 12 by 5 is one more point. Actually order is 4, but we need to get 4 because x cube is equal to 0. 0 is 3 times repeating. Now for these points, we need to be find whether it is minimum or maximum at that particular 2 points. So for that, just we find the second order derivative of that particular function. So this f dash of x you can differentiate with respect to x again. So if you differentiate with respect to x, this term x power 4 derivative is 4x cube. So 4 5 is 20, 20x cube minus x cube derivative is 3x square. So 3 12 is 36x square. So if you substitute x is equal to 0 in this, so therefore we are going to get f double dash of x is equal to 0. So just now the previous slide we have seen f double dash of x is equal to 0. We say that f is neither maximum nor minimum at that particular point. So at x is equal to 0, function is neither minimum nor maximum. So somewhere else the function is going like, so this at this point it is not maximum, it is not minimum. So other point also just will check. So 12 by 5, substitute in the second order derivative. So like this, 20 into 12 by 5 x cube minus 36 into 12 by 5 square. So after simplifying this, just will get 1728 divided by 25, greater, it will be greater than 0. So we know the conditions. If f double dash of x greater than 0, we say that the function is minimum. The function is minimum at that particular point, 12 by 5. So this condition it gives whether it may be minimum or maximum. But to find the maximum or minimum value, this point we substitute directly in the provided function or in the given function. So therefore, if you substitute in the given function, 12 by 5 cube power 5 minus 3 into 12 by 5 power 4 plus 5, just simplify, we are going to get some value 14.90 minus 14.9065. The same thing have designed a graph. So how the function is moving, graphical representation of a same function. So just I'm using up some software I provided. Look at here, just I have denoted a point 2.4. At the point 2.4, what the value we got it? It is minus 14.9065 approximately, minus 14.907. Look at that. This will be the maximum minimum value for that function. So like this, we can also represent in the graph and we are going to be get. So it is minimum. What about the maximum value? Look at this graph. It is going through infinity. It is also going to towards this infinity. So for this function, only two stationary points we got it. One is 0 and other one is 2.4. So at the 2.4, we got minimum value. At the 0, neither it will be neither minimum nor maximum point we got it. So like this, just we find the maximum or minimum values of a. Similarly, the same concept we are extending to two variable function. So if you see one variable function, just we are differentiating with respect to only one variable. A function, if it consists of two variables, we need to be differentiated with respect to that two variables. Just I am considering some function f of x comma y. F of x comma y is a function with two variables. So therefore, two variables. Therefore, this function with respect to x, with respect to y, we need to be differentiated. So just simply see the concept, maxima and minima for functions of two variables. Just we'll see the working procedure. Find f of x. F of x means this function we can differentiate with partial differentiation with respect to x. So therefore, y treat as a constant. Similarly, the same function with differentiate with respect to y, x treat as a constant. So obviously we are going to get two equations. The two equations we can equate to 0. So solve that equations. We are going to get pair of values based on the order of that respective equations. We are going to get some all possible pairs we consider. So just first step, we are going to be find pair of values. Second step, just we use the second order derivative. What we have done earlier for the single variable, here we are doing for two variable also. We do same fashion. So this function we differentiate with respect to x twice. That I am denoting as some L. And fxy means fxx means that function we are differentiating with respect to x twice. So after finding first order derivative, again we need to be differentiate with respect to x, that I'm calling as fxx. So that I'm denoting with L. So similarly, just I need to be find fxy. So fxy is nothing but, first we differentiate that function with respect to s, already we have done. So then this function that respect to equation we can differentiate with respect to y. We'll get fxy. Or else one more other procedure. If you find first y, then you can also find with respect to x. So in both the ways we'll get the same. So therefore these both the values are always equal. It means for every function it is same. Similarly, just we need to be find fyy. Fyy means differentiating of the function twice with respect to y. So two times we need to be differentiate with respect to y. So after finding of all these, just we construct these combinations. Based on these combinations, we say that these pair of points at this particular point, is this function is minimum or maximum. So what is that combination we are going to be used is ln minus m square. So first we need to be find out this equation, then one by one we are going to be substitute at this particular points. So after finding ln minus m square, just we substitute this point. If it is greater than 0, just we proceed, and we can also the same point substitute in L. So if ln minus m square greater than 0 and L less than 0 at that particular point, then we say that respect to function f of x comma y is maximum. So this condition gives for that particular point. So this function is maximum at that particular point. To get the maximum value, so this point we can substitute in the provided function. So in place of x, you substitute a1, in place of b, y is equal to, then substitute b1. So we'll get maximum value. This way we find out maximum if it satisfies this condition. If it is not satisfied, ln minus m square is greater than 0. Okay, this will be fine. So if L is greater than 0, if for this the first condition is same. If L is less than 0, we say that it is maximum. If L is greater than 0, we say that it is minimum value. So in similar fashion, these values we can substitute in the function. So we are going to get that value is called minimum value. So like this we find out maximum and minimum values of a function. So for the first two conditions it says ln minus m square greater than 0 only. If it is less than 0, what will happen? Just we'll see. If ln minus m square less than 0, then no need to check L value, because L already have been checked. L greater than 0, L less than 0. So for if it is ln minus m square less than 0, no need to check about L value. Directly we say that it is neither maximum nor minimum. It is not a maximum value, it is not a minimum value. So we say that kind of points we call it as saddle points. If fourth case, if ln minus m square equal to 0, at that particular point, we say that no conclusion can be drawn. We need further investigation. So we need further investigation. We require more tools to conclude that particular situation. So like that, just we check these conditions. Based on these conditions, we give conclusions. So like this the procedure, we can find out maxima and minima values of any function for the first single variable, for the two variable function. So thank you.